Right, so we're still starting Edge Animate, but we're into the second movie. We've more or less gone down these bits here, I think. So let's have a look at responsive layout. We're going to open, if you notice here, I haven't saved this. I'll just Control S. That gets rid of the little X. Anything with a little X there means you've done something and not saved it recently. So let's click to open the sample. And you see instantly that we've got a different file here. So we can go back to these. And if we run this, press spacebar, press spacebar, you see what happens, these lines come in. And if we press Control and Enter, you'll see that nothing's happening as we change the browser. So the idea is that this grows and shrinks as we move the browser, but of course we've got to make that happen. So where are we going? So we've done that. The next step. So the stage size here is set in pixels. So the first thing we have to do is change the width. So we go to responsive scaling, and we're scaling by just the width in this case. So let's see what happens there. So it's now larger. So it can be as big as we want, and it can be as small as we want. Oh, no smaller than that, it would appear. Okay, so that's good. So the other thing we need to do is set the width instead of 500. If you can just see this little, see what it says width units. If you click that, it's a toggle switch. Where are we? Let me just pause that. Oh yes, I remember. We can't have responsive scaling and change the width. So it's either doing it automatically, or we're going here to a percentage. So we'll go to 100%. You could change that to 80, 90 or whatever. And center. So you could have gaps at the side, the padding, or margins at the side. We can have set a maximum width, so we have to turn that off, and once we get that, we can maybe turn 24, it's suggesting down here. And then if we play this, Control and Enter, do that again, Control and Enter, you see the text, the banner or the picture is moving, but the text isn't. So what we have to do is set the text property to scale. So we select the text up here in the elements. Make sure we've selected the text, and then we've got all the paragraph and the size and the scale and the rotate and all that malarkey. And the width we're going to make 100%, and we're going to make, so the problem with that is that that's alright, except the bracket on the right isn't moving, so we have to find the bracket right brace, and up here, instead of relative to the top left, we're going to make that relative to top right. Let's click away and then Enter. And that's that. And is there anything else? That's it. So that's responsive. Let's just see what happens if we make this 80. We're going to center stage vertically. Is that right? Vertically. Let's see what happens. So that's vertically. Why is it not centered horizontally? It is. It's just not showing it. So it's affected by the browser. It's the browser that's running that. So if we look at this now, Control Save As, in Demo 1, resize Start. So when we now bring this over here, we've got the Demo 1 and the resize Start. Let's have a look at the edge, open with Notepad. So now we're starting to get a longer file. The lower lines, the upper lines, and then the descriptions. So they've got IDs, they're rectangles, the starting X and Y position, percentage width, transparency, I'm just guessing at these, and then the start colour and transparency, the end colour transparency perhaps, I'm not too sure. That looks like it's a gradient, and then there's a stroke as well. Okay, so starts to fill up, and basically it's properties and value, property and value, property and value. That's the way it works. And so in a complicated movie, this ends up being quite a long file. So there's responsive for you. Just a quick demo. Not showing up in here, but in the browser it is. If we press play, it's keeping it top left and 80%. So yeah, that's growing it that way. Okay, but these are linked now. So I've been messing around and these are linked. So there we go. Back to 300. Okay, so that's that.